Hello! Welcome in, everybody. What's up? My name is Casey. I am the Guardian Oracle 33. Welcome to the channel. Okay, so we've had a little bit of intermission with cutting out. I'm sure a few of you will start to hop on here. I'm going to take my sling off and just kind of hold my hands right here. I cannot wait to get my rotator cuff fixed. It's going to feel so amazing to have my shoulder back. Thank you guys. Welcome in. As you come in, don't forget to hit that like button for me. I'm not even sure if we're in the algorithm anymore. What's up? What's up, Momo97? Hi guys, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Okay, so I'm just going to get a general message. Now, my phone, when I was in the shop, was cutting out, and I'm actually, I was going to say casting off of my laptop. So, broadcasting. So hopefully we'll get better service. Try to go, Claudia, hi. I tried to go live last night, and I had the same issue. So we are here. Holy Spirit, holy angels of the highest bright light, message of shine bright and don't give up. I ask you, Archangel Michael, ask that you would guard the gates as I channel these messages. Archangel Metatron, Archangel Azrael. Yeshua. Thank you so much. Let's get a collective message for the collective. Okay, I do see a leadership energy out here with the divine feminine. So this could just be something that's coming forth within you. Obviously, we're made up of the two energies. There's one that's more in the shadow and wounded or in different places. I think this is something that you guys are starting to see. Claudia, it's so good to see you. Can you guys still hear me? I want to make sure it's not cutting out. Nothing like getting into an hour-long read for yourself, huh? Hey, sometimes it's like that. If you're an oracle or a reader, man, then the ship stays on the top. I wonder if somebody isn't journeying somewhere. It's like embrace. So it's going to take courage for whatever this is that's coming forward right here. It's talking about embracing this journey. You know, it's like sometimes you have and it's so funny because Ganesh is sitting on top of this lion, this angry lion. And that Ganesh, in whatever way, it's that Christ energy, right? Can you guys all still hear me? Awesome. Thank you for letting me know. But look at this lion. It's so hard to get on the camera on the laptop. It's like opposites. It's. I said that earlier. It's mirroring. But it almost looks like two with all these hands. It's like that courage. It's saying, you know, there are two very unique sides to you, and I think somebody is really working with embracing. This shadow aspect, we'll say, or that you see in others, sustenance. Okay, so that aspect of yourself has helped to sustain you. What's up, Patrick? Hi guys, welcome in. Greetings, happy Halloween, Ninja, watching from work. I love you guys. Crystalline Alchemist, hey. Cheerio, mates. So happy to see you. And you know, it's your spirit guides are asking you to be like water. When the tide rolls in and moves out, it moves in emotion. Whatever you put water into, it'll form to, right? It can form to, it can adjust to. If you put it in a vase, I just like that word. When you put it in a vase, when you put it in the vase, it's a vase. When you put it in the vase, the water molds to exactly whatever shape that it is being poured into. And your spirit guides are asking you to, and look, he's sitting in the water. It's like mastering this. And when I say master, it's like mastering the art of communication. It will be telepathic. Because you have to remember, spirit guides and energetic beings and those higher vibrational beings, they don't have a human body. So they're not going to communicate in a way audibly, right? They could use frequencies and tune into whatever radio station and give you signs and synchronicities like that. But more or less, it's going to be telepathic through the psychic awareness, okay? Oh my gosh, all of you guys are in here. I love you so much. Anthony, Cheerio from Wisconsin. I love you guys. Happy Halloween to you all. I was saying on my earlier live that I don't know, for those of you that have been with me for the last year and a half that I've been on YouTube, remember when I took 4 months off when I was getting divorced, and then I didn't come back until October 31st, exactly on Halloween. And I was dressed as a kitten, hello fucking kitten, a little black cat. But here I am again, and it's Halloween, and you know, it has been a tumultuous, you know, like I said, I'm traveling the galaxy. We are all very heavily, and a lot of it is outside forces, the unforeseen forces, and you have to remember they play on the psyche and in the mind, and you might see these energies. Some call them demonic energies, low or very lower vibrational shadow aspects of people that you love and that you care about. These energies are playing out here. And when I'm talking about, I do see judgment, because I see justice, judgment right here. Okay. I see something that's coming to fruition, or something that's coming out in such a way. And I don't know if this is about maturing. Okay. For some of you, this is about facing literally that spirit. I'm hearing the spirit of demise. You've got the blue avians here, philosophy, releasing karma, and mysticism. It's like somebody here is very grateful for the things that they've experienced, whether they, you know, this has a lot to do about your artistic, their sacred geometry again right here. This is the Syrians, A's, okay? And this is talking about honesty and integrity. There is a very deep aspect of yourself, and I talked about communicating with multidimensional beings, right? Galactic beings. These are energies. These are frequencies that are malleable, okay? And you're receiving these messages here in the middle world, in whatever way that this is. You know, horses could be prominent here, as well as like ranch life, being up before the sun rises. There's something about fulfillment within that. You're receiving these communications about this situation you're going through. Right here in my channel message deck, you're a warrior of light and of love. So, you know, manipulator, narc, and spirit attachment. And I was talking about going up and battling against somebody who has very low self-awareness within their self. This card came out, and I have shuffled this deck. You've got abusive relationships, being abused, okay? That angry, somebody, that oppression, spirit of oppression, right? So somebody's not spiritually awakened or self-aware, and you're having some, I see health issues out here, okay? This is about your intellect. This is about, you know, I think that there is a disposition that you carry that is peaceful, that is joyful. And it's like your spirit guides are saying, this fell out as I was carrying it over here, my table outside of the shop. And it's talking about not giving up. And that this is the beginning. It's like, don't give up before you're almost there. You know, you're there. And I really think that there's somebody here who's moved through something in such a benevolent way that it has created a new beginning. It's like you broke the cycle by putting out the fire. You can't fight fire with fire, you know, and you can't do it. I want to say that this has all been guided through the spirit realm, your spirit team. And it's like, maybe even if you don't feel like you got justice for whatever may have transpired in that way, and you chose, like Jesus says, right, turn the cheek. There was something about turning the cheek here. When you start, the path appears, and it's like ending a cycle here, whether this is a cycle of abuse and having the higher intellect here. Burned. Look, I said not fighting fire with fire. There's something here about burned. All right. I see Taurus time, April 20th to May 20th. Commit yourself fully. This is talking about having patience, purpose, and endurance here, guys. Okay, I'm just going to let some channeled messages come out. They want you to know that your sensitivity is a gift. So all of these things that you are feeling. It's Tony P. Matthew! What the heck? We love you, Matthew. I love you guys. What have you guys been up to? Many factors. Timing is fragile, complex, and multifaceted now. Dedicate precision and clarity. So there's this clarity that's arising within you, because this has to do within you. So I want to dig deeper into what the situation is. So there's many factors. Timing is fragile. So they're talking about bringing something forward. Oh my gosh, look at the bottom of the deck, and it's Halloween. It's October. Timing, many factors, October. The lines between fantasy and reality are blurred. Creative, thrilling, and airy. Okay, So this could be something eerie that happens today, something that you could feel, or something that I believe that you've already been within this frequency. I'm seeing Gemini out here, curious and restless. There I talked about somebody having such a side to them. We all have the shadow and the light side, right? If you're going to sit here at 66 as I look up, if you're going to tell me that you don't, then we all have that side. And that side, when you start to meld with that, and I'm talking about like when you're going through something hard, the first thing that I come to is to self-soothe myself, is to be there for myself, and know that we've already been through harder things. We've been through things, and I let myself know I'm proud. I'm proud of the steps I've taken, the choices. And it's like, it's coming into that aspect. It's being conscious of decisions and patterns. This is about being a psychic investigator when it comes to energetic patterns. Somebody here is very precise. They understand the modalities, and they understand the benevolence within the universe. And even though things play out that look very, because I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune here, 5 of Swords. Look, there's some sort of battle here, some sort of this person's gathering the swords and it's defeated, but down on one knee. It was like, and it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Oh my gosh. So maybe you were going through a situation of, and the universe is saying this is the karmic wheel. So October, and wow. And this is the only card without a date on it that's saying many factors, timing is fragile, complex, on a multifaceted now. So it's like I said in the read before this, it's like somebody's been up against a lot of battles. But it's like, and I'm seeing this could even be in court too. There's a lot of judging, pushing, blaming, manipulative, victim mentality. Look, I'm seeing manipulative and narcissistic spirit attachment. Okay. And then this over the court system. And it's like, see their body language and their disposition. It's like, I want to say too, the judge could be very, I heard promiscuous right now in my head, but the judge could be very aware of patterns in body language. See the closed offness with her arms and the way that he's ridiculing. There's something here about, I heard dick measuring, right? Okay, so what else do we need to know about this? I was getting somewhere with the Gemini, having two sides to somebody. So September and October, get back into your groove and be productive. Something's going to start at a faster pace here. And it's like, if you're worried about a court case and judgment, and it's like you're learning not to judge others, you're learning that the universe will handle that. It's how you're responding to specific situations here. There is some sort of obsessive thinking that somebody is going through right now at this time. And I do see the 3 of Swords behind there. See, we've got the 3 of Swords, the 7 of Wands. So after some sort of, I heard the ultimate betrayal, and I want to know what this is about. Somebody finally can walk away. The 3 of Swords is representative of a heartbreak, and it's right through a rose, And then you've got the 7 of Wands of somebody who's blocked off and guarding something, okay? Maybe this is the heart. To me, this almost looks like with this over here, it's the fucking Sandus sisters. It's the Sandus sisters. Jessica, what's her name? She's on Sex and the City. I adore her. Jessica Park. Maybe the name Jessica is prominent here too, but this does kind of look like a spirit guide for some, and it does kind of have that undertone of cloaked, right? Her head's covered, and it's standing in the doorway of a portal. They wanted me to look closer at that, and the portal is of a lion and 2 people on each side. So it's like, even if people, why? And it's so interesting. So tell me more, because I'm seeing a battle here. Why? Keep having adventures. Is it because of something that you're doing? There's battles here. So endless cycles. Thank you. So endless cycles. Somebody is breaking a cycle here. We're going to see if somebody's breaking a cycle here. I heard lucky shirt. And I'm seeing like fluorescent green, like a construction colored shirt right now in my mind's eye. So, and I'm seeing the green one, the bright fluorescent green. If you're wearing that or have that color on, I want to say that this message, whenever this finds you, is specifically a message for you. I'm also seeing work boots. Somebody here might be into some sort of construction, safety. I heard it's safety day, motherfuckers. So maybe, that's just a side note. An 8 of Cups. So somebody's learning a valuable lesson here. And it's like what to walk away from. I think somebody here also too. Can you guys all still hear me? So I'm not doing a read out here by myself. Can anybody hear me? This doesn't belong in this deck. And it's the Emperor. See, and red is representative of the bloodshed and of and beneath it, on his armor, he has a big sun. He has a big sun. He has a big sun. What does that mean? Okay, so let's get into this a little bit more. There's a lot of blaming. There's blaming here. There's sacred moments within this. So this is a prominent. This isn't just to talk about the shitty shit that's happened, but it's like maybe because I labeled this, there's somebody who's asking their soul for a reason or something within a dynamic of something that happened. Okay, so let's look at what this arguing. What is this battle? Because there's a lot of pain. There's a painful situation here for somebody. I mean, somebody is. Maybe it just feels like the sun hasn't shone for you in a while, and that's interesting that the emperor had the sun. So you could be a father and feeling like the sun isn't shining or hasn't being shunned away. Okay, so what's the 7 of Wands here? 7 of Wands. Okay. Oh my Lord. We have a position of authority. Fame or recognition. We have power here. Okay, so what could be being blocked or protected because I have the Wheel of Fortune behind that is some sort of fame, recognition, and I also see an abuse of power with the sword. And we already had the 5 of Swords. To me, this feels indicative of this 5 of Swords right here. Right, I talked about a lot of spiritual battling going on, power, and I feel so. What's the struggle for the power over? We've got a servant, housework, childcare, or independent servitude. Okay. This is a husband of identity, obsessive in nature. The trauma here could be some sort of abandonment, and the lesson here is about gluttony. Somebody having so much shit that they can't control it anymore, whether this is in the mind, because I see a lot of swords, so in the mental, in the mindscape. 11, as I say this. Thanks, guys, for hitting the like button. What's up? Jerry, you made it back. Hello, mate. You guys made it back to me. We made it. So we are frequenting. We're frequencing. Is that your frequency of mine? And the swords here. We got murder, witness, suicide, murder, and murder. Poison. And I talked to my daughter about poison today because it's going around that they were going to be putting fentanyl in the kids' Halloween candy. Right? And I don't know if that's just to strike more fear, because that fearful nature opens up that energy. You always got to look into that. But I was at a store and I seen a kid's candy bag, and on the front of it, it had something like this kind of, and it said poison. So with the murder being out here, I wonder if somebody's not trying to bring forth or open a gate to understand some sort of position of authority where there was a battle here. Perhaps this was having to do with some sort of suicide or murder. It'd have to. I mean, look at the 3 of Swords. It's in the rose. It's in the rose. It's interesting. I just got my rotator cuff torn, and I have roses on that shoulder. So that's cool. That's interesting. And it's raining, and this person is in the rain holding themselves. This person is abandoned, and we've seen that. So this feels, and I'm seeing justice. I'm seeing a justice department, something within the court dynamic, something within, and I'm talking about the lines between fantasy and reality here. So it's like somebody might play that mind trick or that mind game too. It's like when you're born off the crystalline, like Dolores Cannon said, there's 3 waves, right? Dolores Cannon said there's 3 waves. You have your early babies, which were the frontline soldiers. Okay, this is like, I'm 37 years old. This is like 1940s to 1960s. Okay, this was the frontline soldiers that came in and battled the darkness of the conscious collective and took on a lot of that. Okay, Puffin, what is up? I love you. I'm so happy to see you. Fuck, I love you guys. I'm so grateful. I have so much gratitude in my heart for just. And I adore these moments that we get to share a message together. And, without you guys, there would be so much less of me. And I'm just so glad that we all found each other again this lifetime, that we're going to gravitate and move towards, through these things. So the first wave came and took on a bunch of pain and trauma, right? They were the frontline soldiers for the darkness. The second wave that came in, I believe, was from the 70s or mid 60s into the 90s, and that was the second wave. And these beings came to just exist. They have also spent many other lifetimes on other planets, but they came to be here. Literally, them just being here held a specific light in a specific frequency, right? 1010 as I say this. Somebody's been seeing that number a lot here. This is all connected. Remember, I am a channeled reader, a psychic medium, and intuitive. I'm hearing nothing you say can or will be used against you in the court of law, or everything you can. So there's a mix up here. This could be a friend here and companionship. Okay. I'm seeing royalty. There is a direct descent of some sort of royalty, and it has to do with, I'm seeing an illegitimate error of something, disposed or loss of title. So it's a fall. Maybe you're having a friend that's having this fall. Maybe this is happening through court too here. There is and I'm going to pull another spread, but I'm going to say what your guides are saying so this is your message. If you feel somebody has been murdered, if you've been investigating something in a faulty way, if you are that second wave, and the second wave are super empaths, right? Okay, so these guys feel everything. For them just to exist, it's like they have to find, I'm hearing rainbow child. They take on a lot, and they would have to have the awareness to realize what's theirs and what's not. If not, that fear can dim that light, right? Because like I said, they're just here to be and to exist. Third wave that's here now. These are these kids coming in. These are my kids, your kids. For those of you that have kids that are in school right now, okay, this wave of kids come and they have not. These are what we would call new souls to planet Earth. Some are galactic, some come from other colonies, but they don't hold the karma pattern. They don't hold this karmic pattern. They don't know Earth's this density. They have what you would call, I heard Tazanite, and they showed me titanium. So Tazanite, I don't know what that is. Can somebody look up what Tazanite is? Is that a crystal? I've never heard of it till now. So I told you your communication will come through psychically. So, and I'm seeing the crystal. I would imagine it has something to do with the crystal, but for them to put in the reference of titanium is so strong, and it's almost like that shield, that armor that you have over you. This and it's like it reflects. I'm saying 1111 as I say this. It reflects off that energy, right? It's just within the chemical makeup in the DNA in which you're going through things. Okay, so you're not held down by past remembrances of specific situations playing out again where you're going to react, or the density so low that you're having a hard time. I'm going to shift this way a little bit. Okay. I'm stuck on a pine cone. I want to stay in the sun. It feels nice and warm. Oh. Okay. Tazanite is a rare blue-violet variety of the mineral zoisite. Okay, so with titanium, and that being said, because you got to remember, I'm very star-seeing and very galactic. So when I receive these communications, they're going to show me something, and I'm going to internalize that in a way. Okay, so they're talking about this shield. Certain things that would affect other people are not affecting you in such a way. There is a very strong disposition. I'm hearing alienic. Okay, there's, mystic Martians here. So it's like honoring the human body. But I also want to say, like, on many different levels and occasions, not only, I think you're just a very unique old soul. And I'm going to say you've made it to this place within yourself that has got you stuck. It's within the DNA, and it's with your soul chooses to incarnate within certain family dynamics, those that would be abusive, those relationships, and they're very hard lifetimes. And sometimes we take on so much. I'm talking to masters here. I'm talking to somebody who has found, look at all the head down and the walking away. They understand this energy, and it is a superpower. It is something that you're going to help others with. I do feel like that you're guarding the gates here for something. I do feel the psychic investigator, like a deep mind. You would have a very deep mind. And I said, telepathy, being able to go through the recesses of the mind, all the way down that spiral to the center, right? And these are the things that are called forth within you. There is a portal here. You're doing a lot of energy work, not just with yourself, but for the collective. Somebody here moves it moves in sacred geometry. Their ability to comprehend the basic physics and the dynamics of stepping outside of, I'm hearing the natural law, and to, it's like being all that is. It's being able to go, whether you're receiving this telepathically or this is something that it's a communication, but it's also communication from a high aspect of yourself that you understand and resonate with on a deep level. This is an awakening. The sensitivity that you're having, this is a very sacred moment and something that's coming forth. Your intuition is off the charts. Your intuition is so dead on. And I think you're picking up collectively on a lot of the pain. I think there's a lot of separations going on. There's a lot of walking away, and there's a lot of illusions that are being broken through at this time. And it's just because you're able to step out of the physical realm of things and to really, I don't know, somebody calls energy into their hands. They're able to move this energy into, I'm hearing, ingest this light. Somebody eats light. And it's just how they move with energy. I mean, I can feel it all around, the spirals, the warmth, and it's somebody's awakening to something that once was, that always will be. The rainbow. Oh my gosh. Remember I said I heard the rainbow, and I look at all that energy around this person. It's phenomenal. Emergence. There's an emergence here through this pain, and it's like the pain was the portal. This pain was the portal. This deception, this manipulative energy. It's like you took what was that could crumble, right? Maybe this family dynamic or whatever this is. I think somebody here has put up with betrayal. Somebody who's lies, deceitful. You look at her get into his wallet as he's sleeping. You know what I mean? I think somebody here has had a false victory, because I'm seeing the Chariot here, but it's a false victory, because that's why this is a specific message, and I'm a channeled reader. This specific fall has to do with charity. Somebody's going to benefit from actually somebody doing something corrupt, because it says right here, it shows royalty and it says direct descent. Okay, for somebody here's a direct descent, and then it says disposed or loss of title. I think somebody stutters too on their words when they start to lie, or they start to you're gonna know when this falsity, I just seen an orb go up by my face. Maybe you've been a servant, and it's like there's a charitable moment here to where you're finally free from this. And this is an ending. This is a hard ending. If you haven't lost somebody or somebody hasn't passed away, this is very hard. But this is talking about people's intentions behind something, See, somebody might be a swindler too. Behind somebody is a crisis, okay? See how he's looking at her through the thing, and he bought her a gift. It's a fancy watch on there, but see how he's kind of piercing at her through there? And it's like lust. I feel lust. But really behind that is this fighting, this arguing, this, volcanic energy. It's like the shadow that just comes out. Look, he's grabbing her hand and she's crying. I said physical abuse earlier. Look, he's got her by the hand. He's grabbing her. Whatever this was, it was a fall. It's like somebody too, I talked about narcissistic and manipulative energy. Somebody buys things, somebody, and I don't know if this loss is of a child in whatever way that is, but see the angels up above? Somebody could be in the hospital. Somebody could have gotten hospitalized. There could have been something that happened, or, you have to trust and have faith. There's a curiosity of why you met somebody. And I think somebody has that about you. Somebody is coming to make an investment. Look at this heartbreak. Dude, look at these. And if this is not a marriage, look at all this yelling and screaming and nasty energy. It's just nasty energy. It's all over. And I want to say here, there's it says guardian. There is something that's guarding or carrying you forward to who you truly meant to be with. And this is for those that already have this person in their life. You know what I mean? I feel like somebody has a dear friend, I see poverty out here, people being left out in the cold. And I think somebody's getting very precise, whether it's with their intuition, but it's like these moments of nostalgia come back. Whatever this is that you get a break free from, it creates this new beginning of innovation. Somebody's innovating something here. They're coming up with a different idea or a way to do something. See the eyes in the back of the people watching? It's like you could be onto something and other people could just, want to ride your coattail. Determination. And it's like, don't give up. We've seen determination and don't give up. It's like, what is this ending? It's like somebody is leaving, somebody's done, somebody's packed their shit and they're ready to go, and somebody is sad, somebody is used to being neglected. There is somebody that is very gentle. Look at the gentleness that comes out. Okay, so on top of all this pain, these messages, let's take a look at what's playing out here. This 5 of Swords in the court. Oh, there was a surrender. There was a surrender here. There was a surrender, and that's why he's looking like that. He's got his swords, and he's got one foot up, and he's like, I'll be a son of a bitch. He's gathering what's left of the intellect in the swords. He's gathering the pieces. There's somebody back here with one hand on the ground, down on their knees, and the other hand holding a red flag. There was a fucking surrender. And this guy looks like he's in a royal robe, too, and it's like almost taking. I heard anguish. Anguish. See him back here? You can barely see him. So what is this about? Because I feel like this is prominent and I still haven't reached what we need to get through. Holy Spirit, Holy Angel. The 5 of Swords, please. Why is the surrender out here? Tell me more about this card. Victim and courage. Okay. God, what is happening here? Somebody's going to be very diligent about something. Very, very diligent here. I'm asking about these swords. I'm asking about what the surrender is. What is this? And I feel like I seen it all. People know. There is a way forward. You need to trust yourself. Somebody can't stop thinking about this, and somebody's very connected to somebody else's. It's like a psychic tie in a way. Oppression. Okay, and look at her. Her hands are tied. It's like, I hope you don't say anything. Don't say anything. There's something here. Look, it's talking about having to have courage to stand up. And this guy coming in and taking out the bad guy. Protecting these women that are tied up. Maybe this happens to women. Look, it's another woman here. It's a victim mentality, or the feminine here. It's talking about having courage. These are some very blatant cards. Okay? Having the courage over here to stand up. So there is something about oppression. You can't make this up. And I don't know if it's through the psyche or through the ties. This is a very deep message. This is a very deep message here about some very underhanded things that have come out or come through or resonated through you, or that you're getting. And I see the justice system. I see the justice system. Somebody here too is ridding their self, having the courage to rid themselves of those old, the nostalgia of those moments. It's like for some of you have blocked yourself on that path because of what has been done to you and not having justice. And it's like your guides are really wanting you to have the courage to do something here. What are they wanting you to do? What is it? Having the courage to do what here? Intuition in reverse. With the moon, there's a nun here sitting, so it's the intuition. So this is something that comes out because it's a secret being revealed. Start using your intuition. Start using your intuition. Anxiety about something. Look at this moon. There's anxiety around something here. Whether this is you or somebody else, there's anxiety. Somebody's got a very strong spirit animal, spirit guide. The moon's illuminating something here. It's a wolf. It's like you might not even know the spirit animal's there. Look, and you can see an orb right here on her chest that shows up from this animal. You could be seeing a lot of orbs too. Justice for the anxiety. Your intuition, something's what comes out here. Okay, what's the anxiety about? What is this about? See, and it's a tipsy-topsy innovation, bringing something forward, starting something new. Look, people in the back are laughing. Don't give up. If you're working on something or bringing something forward and people just want you to be quiet, right? Just shut the fuck up. I hear it. Just shut the fuck up. Your sensitivity is a gift, and this is why you'll go places that other people cannot, because your sensitivity is a gift. You're able to pick up on the subtle clues when people are like, oh, it's just a fucking number, or, oh, so you've seen the same name 3 times all over. Ask your guides for the sign again. If you ask your guides to see 7-7, have them show you it again. Was that sign for me? Ask them a question and look for the number. Okay? Ask for a color. Ask for the name Sandy came up the other day, and then I'm at the doctor's office and another Sandy comes out. I hear don't take no shit from nobody. Courage here. What are you innovating? You're innovating. You're bringing something in. It's okay that things don't always feel easy and effortless. Some of the best moments in life happens during and after hard times. Keep believing. There's potential out here. Potential for this new beginning. Potential for this new beginning. Feels so weird not having my nose ring in. Since I've had my MRI, I went to go put it in and then I had really sweaty hands and I lost it. It just feels so weird. Why is it that you always talk about what I'm going through? It's so crazy. Our song was just looking at the moon. There's a lot of synchronicities. I love you, Pickles, if you are going through this. I don't know. We just have a connection, guys. You know, we just do. And so this is talking about the... see, there's a complete protection. Look at this. I'm just going to say this, okay? If you're worried about comfort and you've been without comfort, you know, you're going to step into a place where you can actually provide, you know, and it's not about being comfortable and having a bunch of shit. But if you've been living on the street, if you've been living under a bridge, if you've been, you know, hitting the food banks and doing all the things that you can to keep your head afloat, there's nothing wrong with that. There's resources for a reason, you know. You have to remember that God's going to take you to a place within yourself where, you know, you're not in your big fancy chair with your favorite Coke and your favorite show. You know, those that are living in uncomfortability and able to see this light and move through it, because there is a lot of pain. There's a lot of fighting for something here. And I don't know what it is exactly, but they're being protected from it. Look at all these dogs. Look at him protect her as all these dogs try to attack her. He takes his umbrella and pushes her back and stands up. There's courage here. Somebody finally does something. They stand up. And that's a lot of fucking dogs. You know, I'm saying there is a spiritual battle out here that somebody has been going through. Tell me about the protection. What is this? Okay, so the desire again. There's something here that falls to the wayside. Falls to the wayside, I heard. You know, dude, somebody got fucked up. I'm going to say that. And you've got fatigue in the reverse. Look, somebody who's been going through. Look, this is a mom holding a child while they're sick. Somebody's been sick here. Somebody's sick, something. Look, there's recovery. Somebody got their ass kicked here. He's in a cast. He's got ice on his face. There's been violence. There has been violence here. There has been somebody who's worn masks and has this victim mentality. And that's created some sort of 5 of swords within somebody in the fucking mind. You know, I'm seeing a competition. Am I holding my deck up? Yeah. It's some sort of competition. You know, this guy's throwing the flowers and whoever catches it, you know, everybody wants to be the one to catch it so they can get married next. Superstition. I can't even get into that email for my personal reads, but I have another one I'll write down in there. If you guys do want a personal read with me, you can reach out to me. I have to create, oh, that hurts my shoulder. I have to create a new Cash App and stuff. Like I said, I've been locked out of a lot of things on my other phone, but let's see. If you guys want a personal read, oh, as you were. Man, that cold really hurts my shoulder. Okay, if you guys want a personal read, this is the only way you can get it. You're going to have to email me, okay? So if don't email my old email address that's on there for right now. I should have my new phone. I'll be able to get back into everything here next week. But if you guys do want a personal read in the meantime, and I would greatly appreciate it. I would love to be able to get back to work, having 2 weeks off. Finances suck right now. Everything's working out for the highest good of all. Okay, so email me there if you guys want a personal read. My hour longs are $100. Emergency reads are $150. If you guys want energy cleansing or you want help, I am a teacher and a guide within that dynamic for those that want to learn that modality, you already have it within you. I will teach you how to hold the space to be able to clear that energy. And I love being able to do that, because it's one thing to have somebody do that for you and to open that space. But when you can start to learn it yourself, everybody should be able to step into that. And if you're called to get a read with me or called to do energy work with me, I only ask that people that are serious and for the highest good of all, and that have the best of intentions, and I am the guide and the guardian for them in that space and time, that they would come to me. Outside of that, I'm a very serious reader, when it comes to tapping the spirit. And there are some very uncomfortable things or things that may come out. And I will say, if you get a read with me, Justice again, as I've turned that deck over, and the Seven of Swords behind that, if you get a read with me, and I know I've had people who don't like me who have gotten a read from me under another person's name, but they also found truth within that too. Seven of Swords and Justice here. So I'm talking about, this is got to be in court, whether this is spiritual in this now. This is about something that somebody's seeing that was done, that was underhanded here. Somebody's doing research here. The Knight of Swords, and this action oriented, this is coming in fast. There's a protest here for something that's happened. Maybe it has to do with a liar. I'm seeing the Empress in reverse. Somebody's going to activate. I'm hearing activist. There's a renewal here, okay? I hate when I get sidetracked like that. As a channeler, it's always hard to stay on point, because I'm like, what was I saying? I wanted to finish with that. It's kind of cold here in Idaho. I'm going to shift my table over again. Hopefully I don't dump it. You guys are so patient with me. God, you'd have to be, huh? Think about how my spirit animals feel. My spirit guides. Get the old chicken wing in. Oh. Okay. Look at us. Yeah, and you know what else I hate about not having my other YouTube account? I didn't think I was going to get back in, and then I found my laptop, and I was logged in on here. So you guys have no idea how excited I was yesterday to find my phone charger and to be able to get on here and, just be in the energy and just be with you guys. I know I felt a lot of you guys' worry. Okay, back in the sun. Okay. Let's just get into a channeled message. And I feel like, too, in the collective, maybe it's just like, maybe somebody's taking time off, too, from, whatever they do, or the spirituality or this space. I want to look at the Galactic Federation. I want to look at the Mystical Martians Oracle and see what we can find. Yeah, I can't wait to get my camera back. I'm going to have to buy a new stand. Like I said, I'm traveling the galaxy at this point. Okay, Divine Feminine, birthing, there's fertility. There's something new that's emerging here. What extraterrestrial beings at this time are working with the collective? What does the collective need to know? Those that are looking for this message for the highest good of all. The sign, the synchronicity, the thing that'll take it home. If I just reach one person as this vessel. Shadows in reverse come out. Shadows in reverse. So somebody here is no longer denying or projecting their shame onto others. Look at the shadow. I'm telling you, you've been up against somebody else's shadow. This is what we're talking about. Viscous, birthing something new. And I almost wonder, there's renewal here within the shadow. I wonder if it's not integrating, or this anger has brought down something, for a very demonic, dark spirit. When somebody gives up their free will, whether it's through drugs, alcohol, sex, addictions, porn, gluttony, those things will dim your light. They will dim your spirit, and you become so human that it is very hard to have contact with the spirit world, because there's something within you're lazy. Your spirit, you're lazy. And when you have a lazy spirit and you're not self-aware, you're not seeing what you're projecting onto others, because you become in the me, my, I state, right? Oh my gosh, Scott Griffin. What the heck? That's crazy. It's been a minute, huh? So the shadow self comes out, and this is what they're trying to say here. And it's like somebody's been trapped for a very long time in biggest lovers, erotic sensuality. I don't know if this had to do something definitely survival, reliable. This has been within a very earthly dynamic that somebody has been going up against. And it's like there's deep regrets. The only way to get to, so when your spirit's lazy, right? You become Cindy. Oh my gosh. Everybody's up in here. I'm so happy to see you. You don't care. You're not sensitive to others' emotions. You're conscious. You're not conscious. You're going from the 9 to 5. I got to make dinner. I got to do this. You're not stopping to say, if you're at Walmart and you see somebody, opening the door for them at their car or asking if you could take their cart back. Don't be in such a hurry. Like, honor the human presence. And this shadow self is very dismissive. It's a very earthly energy. It's into the gluttony, it's into the lust. And when you start to awaken through that, there's things that you're going to discover on your awakening that are it makes you question your reality, what you're going through, and you have to realize that intuition, as much as it is a gift, you have to remember somebody here is psychically picking up on other people's, they're having telepathy, especially with those that are close around you. You're able to pick up thoughts and sensations. And if you have been dealing with somebody in this shadow aspect, right? And you would have to awaken through this to recognize it in another. And I'm talking about in an observation, not in a judgmental standpoint. I see oppression and she just stares at me with her hands tied and her mouth covered. There is something very shadow here, very, very shadowy here that's coming out. Brainwashing. Look, oppression and brainwashing. And this is where burned at the stake, I heard, and I'm seeing abused again. Childhood trauma. Secrets. So there's what has been hidden in the shadows is coming to the light, okay? And it will, and it has, and it always will. It doesn't matter if it's now or in the future. If you're not getting physical, earthly justice, and you're like, if I go to court with this person or if I report this person, it's just going to suck more of my energy. And you have to remember that those dark spirits and those unseen forces would want you to be tied up in court with another person's energy, the stress, the trauma, the money that it takes to drain your wallet, to put you back just for you to try to get justice. You're not going to get justice on this earth in that way. In very few instances, even if you did, you're going to be broke through it, right? You're not going to come out on the other side. So in this way, somebody told their spirit guides, for the highest good of all, I ask that you would take this. You've seen what's happened. You know what's happened. You know the truth. You know my soul. With Ganesh, somebody here is Stargazer. What's up? Somebody here is, they've put their entire trust into the divine, wishing on a star out here. Wishing on a star and asking for this renewal, for this truth. I think that there has been somebody who has sown a lot of beautiful seeds, earthly seeds, here, and has knitted their way. And it's like the sun is finally coming up. It's finally your time. There's an achievement here for somebody. There's an achievement that somebody's able to finally travel or to get out or to be free. And it's because you put your trust in the divine, I understand that things are the way that they are, what you was up against. Remember, we don't fight in the flesh. Sometimes you have to, sometimes you have to fight in the flesh. Unfortunately, some people get so controlled and taken over by darker energy that they have lost control over their complete humanism, their physical being. They have no humanism. They treat humanism or kindness or compassion or, being violent with other people. When you can get to that point where you have to put your hands on somebody because you're that angry, that's an issue. If you're not protecting somebody, you should not be putting your hand. If it's not self-defense in that way, you should not put your hands on anybody. You shouldn't be screaming and yelling. If you're getting to that point and you're on a path, that you should know without a doubt that is not a situation or a person that's meant for you in your life. You have to know that, and setting yourself free. Maybe you've had some sort of attachment to them due to some sort of past life, blending of a family or just a certain dynamic. I'm hearing a dichotomy. The universe is going to, your justice will be, and even if you think you're not, not a lot of us, I think you've just felt free. Instead of going that route, you chose something different. You closed the gate, you put out the fire, you chose a different path in this specific situation that you've been up against that has felt very tumultuous. You've seen a bigger picture here. The devil. You've literally been fighting demons. literally demonic spirits that have manifested on others. Bully, somebody here who's a bully. Somebody who likes to brainwash, somebody who is in an oppressed state, maybe even themselves, you know, when you do fire and destruction, you know, this person could be a fire sign. There's the volcano, you know, this, your identity of a guru and moving forward in something. It's like the destruction will always bring new growth. And the only way I see war, somebody's been at a full ass war here, you know, in whatever way. And you've got you have to know that things are going to be on the mend. You are going to have your karmic justice, and that's you being set free from the chains, you being able, because you're not choosing to endless cycles out here. 2323, stay in that same cycle or go to court or do this or do that or have the fight or send that text that's arguing. Just say, you know, this is where it leaves off. Like, I feel like somebody is repulsed by somebody. Somebody will never look at somebody the same. Somebody, even with the grace, I think somebody's just joyful to get the fuck out, to be where they're at and to be on their own. You know, you can honestly say here that you gave it your best in whatever the situation was. And, you know, I'm seeing the tall whites here, and I'm being guided. Stalking, intimidation, and confrontation. The 13th. There's a lot of negative energy or just dark forces. So this person that's had this dark air energy manifested on them, right? You have to remember, it's an attachment. It's an energy that gets in the organs and in the body, and then the energetic system. So your chakra centers, right? And it'll put hooks in there, and it'll hook. And that energy, whenever you feel a certain way, that's what's coming through, and that's what's communicating, that's what's reacting. There's hooks that are placed either by your free will or lack of boundaries, or being able to energetically protect yourself. A lot of it comes through just being being around very toxic situations and people. You would really have to do a lot of cleansing. You are protected. And remember, these things that you are going through, these are the things that you can look back on and just say, whoo, we made it out. We're here, you know. And trust me, initiation into we're talking about becoming a society, an evolutionary race, right? We have evolutionary descendants of ourselves already light years away, 20 light years away, 20 million light years away. You have to remember that's in time, right? To travel that light years away. It's all existing at the same time. They're in the light. Okay, so you have to remember, you already are in that future aspect of yourself, and there's a multidimensional aspect of yourself that is seated here within a physical body, which we call the soul. There's many aspects, so you still have these communications. Look at this sacred geometry and the writings on this ship. Okay, so, you know, symbols are going to be very prominent here. Somebody here is seeing synchronistic numbers. They get so much joy. You can walk in a grocery store and see something on the sign. Like, I'm seeing that sign in my head for the lottery. Luck is here. You've thought about getting a lottery ticket and you're going to choose your own numbers. They're definitely saying yes. Something about the number 20 and 28, okay? Tall whites. I'm going to read that out of here. Thank you guys all for being here. Thank you guys for being here. I am just grateful to be back. I'm glad to be here. All right. I haven't used this, but I'm a little out of practice over here. Okay, this is the tall whites. Page 63. You could be born in 1963 as well. That feels very prominent, talking about the first wave of souls to come here. So some sort of torchbearer, somebody who's carried a lot of fucking luggage, a lot of luggage and a lot of luggage of others, because you've felt so alone and have always had that natural disposition just to love on others or to not want people to hurt or be in that place. This is somebody I'm talking to. You probably put up with a lot of manipulative energies if you weren't already raised in that energy as a child. In whatever way, maybe your parents trying to keep you small, or maybe you had great parents, but it was just an aspect of starseeds will incarnate into families that have a lot of family trauma. I could be talking to somebody who's a life path number 9 as well as 7 and 3. I heard 8 life path 8s have a lot of financial ties, so somebody here could, you know, they're trying to shift out. And look, 8 of Pentacles, 88, somebody needed that confirmation. Okay, so the tall whites is what we're talking about here. This is my mystical Martian oracle deck. This This deck is absolutely amazing. So we're just going to bring forward a message. Intuition is so strong. Maybe somebody made a headpiece or is thinking about wearing a headpiece. Look how beautiful this is with the candle. Doing sacred rituals, connecting with their ancestors or just their self. Learning new modalities, whether this is within moving your hands or just your mind, being able to travel. Like you're seeing something like with the unicorn, something that's very mystical or out of the ordinary. It is unclear exactly where the tall whites originate from. Some suggest they may be a Pleiadian, Electra, or Lyran lineage branch. Tall whites stand 6 to 7 feet tall and are humanoid in appearance. Their thin, chalky, pale white skin makes them look almost albino. Their eyes are proportionately double the size of the humans and are blue in color when young before changing to indigo and pinkish with age. Indigo. They have platinum white hair and are lanky and slender. They can reach up to the age of 900 Earth years and are vegetarians. Like most ETs, they do not age like Earthlings do. The tall whites are family-oriented and often bring young ones with them on short trips. They are known to be fiercely protective of their offspring. They are not emotionally demonstrative, as you were, at all. In fact, they can appear totally emotionless. However, they are easily provoked and will swiftly retaliate with no warning. It is advised to never underestimate their abilities and speed if they are startled, and when they are in the presence of humans, always let them know your whereabouts if you value your life. Damn. Overall, the tall whites do not trust the human species. The tall whites are, however, amazed at humans' close connection to pets in the animal kingdom. Their mannerisms are very focused, through, and deliberate. They do not multitask and they are not into small talk. The males hardly speak, though the females may make an effort to speak a little. They prefer a dry climate, and it is said some are based on a treaty base in the mountains on Earth in exchange for giving some gravity and levitation generated technology information. Though they will not give light speed travel technology to humans, they are excellent warriors and have highly sophisticated technologies. So this card is talking about uncertainty, wary, spectacle, caution, cynical, guarded, distrust, agile, on hold, pause, aloof, sensitive, and exercise. An unseen force. The unseen force. The unseen force here. Appearance to the third. It's very interesting. And, last night as I was falling asleep, I kept seeing different, I would see people that I know and in a higher state of awareness, I would see their origin of what their species was. I could see some that had tails, their skin, reptiles. I could see who was reptilian. There was very, and they would go from that shape and turn into energy to light. They were shapeshifters. They were able to take that light and to move it, because the eye is what's refracted. The light is being refracted into the eye as an image, and they have the ability, obviously, if they're light traveling, for you to perceive things in such a way. It's very interesting here. I often wonder too if somebody here doesn't think that they don't have free will and that they are being minimalized and controlled by some sort of alternate force. I want to say that is some sort of projection, illusionary projection, because we talked about refracting the light and seeing things as they aren't. It's a bully energy. Maybe there is some sort of oppression with the devil. Yeah, and it's like it's their what do they call it? The dog and pony show. It's the last of the dog and pony show. That's coming through here. So they're throwing an illusion here, an illusions at you that you would see, but in some way your guides you now having the vision. And I think it's not just the vision, because it's within the intuition. It's this extra sensory projection ability that you have to sense things. You know how your guides speak to you and the messages that they show you. They know, when you get your goosebumps, or you know how to self-soothe and comfort yourself. And now that you're getting closer to comforting yourself and saying, hey man, we got this, we know we're going to make it, whatever, it's illusion, this is Christ came and was totally ridiculed. Whether the story is true or not, Jesus Christ is the homie. And in whatever way that we would perceive it or humans would need to know it, I always say we come back to the past to do something in the future here. This is a lot bigger than what you may understand at this time. Secrets come out. Hearing bottom of the deck. Astral experience, okay? Having some sort of astral experience. Post-life review, near-death experience, okay? So if you've had a near-death experience and maybe you didn't come out of it and you watch NDEs, near-death experiences on channels, and you're wondering, somebody here is wondering, okay, I know the body's dead, but where does the soul go? And for those of you that don't know and that remember, our dog, Mr. Duke, the red lab that would get on my channel, he actually was shot, and I kept asking, I'm like, allow my sense to be able to communicate with this animal in that way so that I can help you. And it was so interesting. My tongues that came out, my light language that came out when I was holding him and he was bleeding was the same tongues. It was the same night, same speed, same vibration of the night I got my tongues. And I was in one of the most terrible spots and I got on my knees, and I don't know, I just felt the pain of the world. I seen those with no blankets and they were cold, and what I would give, and I told God, take me to the depths, even no matter what. If the illusion of my kids will always love me. If somebody wants to come for my kids again or whatever, children, that I would walk this path with you. You know what? And I know my children are safe and will be safe, and I know there's never a separation. Take me to where my feet will not falter. In the presence of my Savior. Poverty. Spirit lead me where my faith will not falter. Spirit lead me where my faith will. Let me walk upon the water wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than Charity. It's like taking you to the spot, and you've asked, take me to the spot. I will walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I will experience this tumultuous event, and I know I'm not going to lose sight. I'm going to hold the light. I'm not going to come out vengeful, angry. I'm not going to come out in a way that I'm going to hold the light through this. Even if I do feel the pain, I'm honoring the humanism. I'm feeling the energy, but I'm also transmuting it and releasing it into a way that I am experiencing. These are experiences that your soul's wanting to have, even if they are hard. These experiences is what the soul came here for. Enjoy the experience. The not knowing, the being close to losing everything, and then God shows up in the gratitude. It's like it just grows you more. You can go a little bit longer of a distance in the shadow through the void and not want to run back and go back to the same pattern. You're stretching. You're being guided to walk further and further out away from that shore onto the water, looking Christ right in the eyes. Right? I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. My bond. I love you guys. This is amazing. Okay. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, shall we do I'm going to do a love read real fast. And then what do we have for those that are interested in relationship, love? What does that look like? What does that look like right now? It's like your astral body too, and I want to say it's like you made it to a new level too in this experience, and it's like for some of you the veil's just going to completely fall, and you're going to realize you're finally going to see somebody here really held themselves back. They really held themselves back in a specific situation out of it's like desperation of wanting to make it, to accomplish. Maybe you're doing things and not feeling seen or being seen in some way, and it's like and you're moving past that, and you're like, just to be here. I know just being here and opening up my energetic force field. The Lovers, that doesn't belong in this deck. That doesn't belong over here. There's something within that. Oh, I don't even have that deck out here. And I'm moving towards a love read. So Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, I just ask that a love message would come through for the highest good of all. And whoever needs this message, I hope that you find it. And I know that your spirit guides are going to open you up to the high priestess here that was in reverse. Something shifts or turns around, okay? I heard cloaking or imaging. So, and I watched this show the other day. Coraline. Anybody else watch Coraline? The mom, the dolls with the eyes, right? If she takes your eyes, you can't escape. And all those kids that were trapped, she helps release them. Coraline. If you guys haven't seen Coraline, it's a kids movie, but I'm seeing that. And in this world, through this portal in her own house, she thinks it's a much better world. It's so much better over here until she gets here. And, she finally gets all her favorite food. She has another mom, another dad, but they look the exact same. Everybody's mirrored, but these guys just have buttons for eyes. Anybody else seen Coraline? Da 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 da. All right, let's see. In love. Remember that you are in complete control of your destiny. Cards, these are just indicative of energy that's coming through. I am a psychic medium intuitive reader. This is my interpretation and my channel, my psychic channel of the way I deliver messages. You'll know what's for you and what's not. Never take a reading and know that you have complete control over your destiny in the way that you want to go. Use this as a tool. Divination is used as a tool to uncover hidden modalities, secrets, or a way to get closer to yourself. These are just going to cue you off on certain situations. Not everything will be for you. For some, the whole message will be for you. Okay, so in love, let's see the energy that's coming towards you, and I'm going to read it as what's coming towards you. You put yourself or where it resonates, okay? This is for the collective energy, for those that are curious and those that are going through relationships right now. You have the Seven of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. God dang. Okay, so you have somebody who's in a very mature, grounded energy, somebody who is very, very connected to their psyche. Even if they are going through the heartbreak, at the bottom of the deck, what you don't see is this person is in some sort of pain and agony. Somebody here is in the darkest recesses of their heart, their heartstrings, where they've been tied. Somebody is, they're grounded. They're grounded in that energy in the high priestess. Okay, so somebody, thank you, Spirit, and the Queen of Cups. Okay, so the energy that's coming towards you in love is a very amazing dynamic. This feel like a very feminine energy, somebody who's tuned into that aspect of themselves. I want to say this person is guided through those on the other side. Something is driving this force within them. This is somebody who at this time is becoming, I'm hearing, an opportunist. Somebody who trusts themselves, somebody, the Seven of Wands, somebody knows how to put an energetic shield or bubble around their being here. Somebody is at peace, their eyes are closed. Somebody really takes time to go within in this dynamic. Okay, this is the energy that's coming towards you. Okay, a grounded energy. This person could seem blocked off to you or blocked to you. You could feel shut out by this person. I'm seeing poverty up here. You might feel like the world's against you in some way. That's just a side note for somebody. And I'm seeing apathy here too. Look at this. I'm going to say too, I heard victim mentality. This is not seeing something. This is a victim. This is somebody. This is about balance for a new beginning to happen. Okay, so in love coming towards you. What is this person's truest feelings? Oh, charity, an equal give and receive. And I feel like more or less this has to do with energy. This person feels like there's an equal exchange here. They want to give you something. Somebody sees something. Tell me more about this. Actually, what is their truest intentions? We know that they feel giving towards you. This person does see you for the truth of who you are. This person's truest intentions, the strength comes out in reverse and it goes over the blockage card, Seven of Wands. The truest intentions, huh? Well, that kind of turns the tables. Tables are turned. Strength. Could be dealing with a fire sign here. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Got a lot of earth and fire out here. I heard forest fire. Okay, so you've got the strength in reverse. So I don't know if this person's feeling like their intentions towards you is, I don't know if I heard letting a guard down, but I don't think this person feels strong to come towards you, or they're trying to minimize on some sort of strength intentionally. I want to say somebody's like they got a lump in their throat coming forward. They're trying to say something here. Maybe they don't feel like they have the strength. All right. How do you feel about this person? Holy Spirit, holy angels of the highest bright light. And it's like it has to do with the spirit of who you are. It's like you're very intimidating. And it's intimidating because it's your strength. It's like you don't have to react. You don't have to have a reaction. You respond within. Your answers come within. You're connected to something here. It's the way that you do something. You work on something. You're finely woven and knitted in such a fabric of existence that it's like you're finding out these energies that work with you. You could be an opposite sign of fire and earth, so you would be air or water, and it's like if somebody's trying to get a read on you, if you're dealing with a water or air sign and you're trying and that's who you are, I would definitely say you are now stepping into an element of fire and earth. Okay? And it's a polarity. It's like something has switched here. It's very interesting. I wonder if somebody else hasn't taken on the dynamic of somebody else. The dynamic duo. Okay, how do you feel about this person? How do you feel about this person at this time? This person coming towards you in the offer of love or the range of love and relationship. I want it to come all the way out was the Tower. Okay, so maybe there is something catastrophic that comes out. Two of Cups in reverse. You feel that this person is no longer a match for you or is not on the same vibrational frequency. You feel a lack of connectivity, something that was predisposed here. You sense it. You feel this deep in your bones, in your intuition. You know when something's off. The way you feel about this person is that something is not right here. There's just something, like I said, if you are air and water sign, and you are now feeling the role of this Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, this very grounded, protective, even maybe closed off. I think this person, may seem closed off. This person's seeing you as closed off in that way. It's like, I'm very interested of why their intentions is the strength of in reverse. How is this person, if you are in contact with this person or you're communicating, what is this person's sensitivity here? How are they interacting, or how are you feeling about this person at this time? How is this person interacting with you at this time? Their disposition towards you, their energy, the way that they are interacting with you. Oh, the Knight of Wands in reverse. I'm telling you, there is an energy here. It's like not taking action. There's something that got completely turned around with the Two of Cups, the Strength, and the Knight of Wands in reverse. There's something happening here. Okay. No, it's too cold. She's got to get clothes on and get dressed. Get your coat and some pants and your shoes on, and then you can come out. Your shoes are on my side of the bed. Cooper's trying to make a debut. I love you guys. Thank you. I've missed you all. Hot solstice! Toodaloo! Toodle mother frickin' loo. I haven't been able to talk to the Art of Pain, to Jace, because I don't have my Facebook hooked up. Has anybody heard from Bill? Anybody who's talked to them? Has anybody heard from Zerdik? Well, we have to trust that everybody's well, We have to know that in our soul. I love you, girl. Yes, ma'am. Everything's twisted. Okay. Where's the Art of Pain? That's who I was looking for. Scott, so freaking good to see you. Oh my gosh. Joshua! How cool would it be? How cool would it be for this to be about me? I've been single for so long, I forgot what it's like to be in a relationship. Well, you got that relationship with yourself. Yeah, it's weird because now you got to share your space, your time, and when you're used to just going reading a book or going out to the water and floating in your canoe, like you're incorporating somebody else within your time, and our social skills lack because you're always just with your spirit guide. So then you're like, oh, I can't speak in the telepathy. I got to use my freaking words. Blue Ridge. Oh my gosh, I just got goosebumps. So good. And I seen your mule. Oh, oh. Hello, wing sister. I love you. I haven't been on in a while too. Like almost 2.5 weeks. What we talking about? I need a quick rundown. Okay, so we just started a love read, right? I just want to see what's coming through and love you. Hot Solstice, I feel like I'm being guided to tell you to go back to the beginning of this read when we're done here and watch the replay because there is some shenanigans. And you know how I am with your psychic investigating. I always feel like you're, Sherlock Holmes is what I'm hearing. And I'm seeing John Benet Ramsey. It's like solving that case, understanding, solving, aerial viewing. So I don't know. Even if it's not your situation, I feel like you pick up on people around you that you just know where like people are underground or stored at or things, abuse and oppression. It's just like you guys are warriors of that light, holding that light through that poverty and whatever may be stricken from you. You keep going. With that light in your heart. So we've got, I asked, the energy of the person showing up towards you, and we've got a very grounded energy of the Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands, but yet it feels like you're very integrated within yourself, or this person is. The way that they're feeling about you is the Six of Pentacles, some sort of giving and receiving in some way, wanting to make an exchange is what I heard exactly right now, an exchange. So that's very interesting. I want to exchange this. I want to exchange and their feelings for you, their truest feelings, is the Strength in reverse. And I feel like this person is very intimidated or weakened by whatever state of you that this energy is in now, whether this is you coming through as the Queen of Pentacles. This person's feeling very like they don't have the strength for something here, or the strength anymore. You see this person as the Two of Cups in reverse. Okay. So what you once seen as a divine counterpart, or as a fluent energy, or as a mirror, or as a benevolent aspect of, when you see somebody and you love them for what you see that they can be, their potential, because you do have that insight and you're able to see the goodness in others, and not just for what you can get in this world or what's good for you. You can see people's potential, and a lot of time people will see your potential way far long before you ever see it. People be like, man, if this person would just, they could be amazing, and this is that feeling, is like somebody's no longer seeing that in another person here. You're not feeling that connection. There's been a cord cut. There's something that is no longer at play here. It is absolutely, it's not frequencing on the same vibration. Secrets. And this could have to do with secrets from the top of the deck here. Okay. And then your feeling about this person is the Knight of Wands. Like you're not making any action towards this person in any way. That's how you feel. Like I'm really fucking done. That's what I heard. Feeling left out in the cold. And I feel like, we're going to get into this, there's somebody here with a victim mentality, not seeing something, refusing offers, somebody now is seeing that there's a missed opportunity here with the apathy, there's adversity that's showing up here. Okay. So I want to clarify, what's the outcome for this? Or what's an obstacle? What's the obstacle in the way of this connection? The Four of Pentacles, but I read it in reverse because it's an opposition. So the Four of Pentacles is a release. So for somebody, the obstacle here is that somebody is releasing, somebody is letting go, somebody's no longer clinging to something that they once thought. The Secret, and the Knight of Swords is in the upright on this other deck sitting over here talking about the time is now. Somebody's going to speak something. Somebody's going to say something. There has been some very interesting dynamics in here. Okay, so what relationship, let me see the overall dynamic of your guys' relationship at this point, how you guys both, so Six of Cups, there is something that is coming back from the past, or in the past. There's a soul tie here. Okay, there is, whether this is soul family and this was somebody, we all say karmics, but karmics, actually, the dog could be prominent too, maybe you knew this person for a long time, and it just feels like that. The dynamic here is that both energies here feel or will feel a very deep bond. And it does, maybe animals are surrounded around this, you know, specifically this golden dog, red dog in whatever way. It's golden. It's like a golden retriever. But it's like, so we know that there's a tie here, and this is very interesting. Okay, so I want to go back in and clarify, and I'm seeing the lovers at the bottom of the deck. But what's funny is my dog, not my dog, my ex-husband dog Con chewed up this card, the lovers, and this is making a choice. This is this used to be the choice card in the Rider-Waite Tarot, about making a choice between two aspects or two different energies or a direction in which you're going to go. Okay, so let me get a different deck to clarify. And where do I want to go? Let's go here. I want to make sure they're all in the upright. Okay. Thank you guys all for being here and hitting the like button. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys. All right, and if you guys have super chat questions and want a mini little read, I will also do that at the end if you guys are interested. I don't have my Cash App and stuff hooked up, so if you guys want to do it through the super chat link, you can. I'm going to set up a Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, different account. So if you guys, it's different than what you're used to, know it will be me. And then I'm going to do a super chat and a donation thing for those of you that don't want to spend the $100 on a personal read and just would like a mini read and for me to pull some cards for you and get some guidance. I will be doing that most likely tomorrow. So I'll put the link up tonight if you guys are interested in that. Okay, so let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands for the energy of the person coming towards you. Let's clarify that. Ace of Swords. Okay, so this is a very intellectual ability. There is a very clear, precise energy that is moving towards you that has vision and focus. Okay, there's a communication and realizing a truth here. So this person is some sort of psychic or truth speaker. This energy that comes in is the one that brings the clarity about a situation. This energy is very, very clear about what is happening here. There's curiosity. You know, this person could feel very curious about you or you them. Okay. The guidance here is to think before you speak and don't get drawn into arguments. You know, this is talking about this person is very mentally stable in their mind. They're very fucking grounded. Okay. So there's not going to be pulling the wool over anybody's eyes here. Eight of Swords. Yeah, this person's very precise and moving through the mind, in the mind space, and seeing how things are tied and put together. This person is moving through adversity in some way, and they have the mental agility to be able to do this. Okay. Okay. So why are their truest feelings the Six of Pentacles? Their truest feelings towards you. Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Because they feel that there is such a potential for abundance with you. There's a realization. Eight of Pentacles over here too. So 88 comes out again, and that is the infinite number. It's the one that it never ends. Okay. So this person feels that you are having some sort of new beginning, or that your manifestations are coming through. This person may want to help you with starting some sort of new business or investments or an opportunity. Deep down, they feel that you are either having this coming towards you, this is their feelings about you, or they just see you as somebody who's abundant in what you do. And I feel like it does really have to, they're curious. There's a curiosity here. Why is their intentions the Strength in reverse? That's what threw me off. Marriage. I see. I think their truest feelings is that if you were married to this person doesn't feel strong in this connection. This person doesn't feel tied in this relationship. They without a doubt see this family, this marriage is moving forward, this connection. I mean, the rainbow. They're seeing this without a doubt. And if you're asking yourself a question right now, the answer your spirit guide says is yes. I'm hearing June. Number 8, Strength is in reverse, but I feel like I wonder, why is the Strength in reverse? The Chariot in reverse, because somebody's not making a move. Somebody's feeling very not victorious in this situation with the family. Somebody, go deeper on that with a feeling. Why the Chariot in reverse? 9 of Cups. Okay, because somebody feels like you just want to to single. You want to be single. That's how they see you. Somebody who does their own thing, or that vice versa. This person is single, working on their own. Bottom of the deck, Six of Pentacles. Again, Six of Pentacles. There's charity out here. I wonder if somebody's not struggling financially and making a choice about their life decisions. King of Pentacles here. This person feels like you're better on your own. They feel like you're better on your own. You're better off. Why is the Knight of Wands in reverse for how you feel about this person? How you truly feel. You know, there's a bond here, but I think that if you were married, this person, and I don't know, there's something about a home, a family dynamic, but they see you as doing it alone, maybe, or feel like you're doing it alone. I think why you are not taking action is because you're somebody who has asked. This is talking about investments. You're wanting to see what has grown out of a certain situation. You're being able to see and have clarity. You're not making action on anything other than your goals and growing and nurturing yourself. That's why this person sees you as wanting to be single, because you're very entwined into protecting your energy at this time. With the Seven of Wands, it's like keeping your energy to yourself. Keep doing that. All of a sudden, my throat chakra wants to close off. So I wonder too. So you could have hot coffee and the nice coffee. You just got to sit outside for a while. I love it. So you got to look at the pros and cons of everything. La Guggenheim. There is this don't give up. It's okay that things don't always feel okay. And it's like you stop taking action on something, and now there's an investment coming around within you. It's like you're not going to jump or leap towards anything anymore until you see something pay off, or you start to see something culminate or come from. That's what you feel like. It's like, I'm not taking action until I see something from you in whatever way. Why is the Two of Cups in reverse? Why do you see this person as the Two of Cups in reverse? Why do you see this person as the Two of Cups in reverse? Because you see that somebody's trapped. Okay. There is a lack of direction that you see this person has. There is, you're letting go. I told you, somebody here, you see this person as letting go, or they see you as letting go. There is a lack of direction that somebody has, and somebody really needs to gain a new perspective with the Hangman out here. You see this no connection to this person in some way, whether somebody is just uncertain or you just feel so uncertain. The number 12, January 22nd could be very prominent, as well as February 12th of 2012 or 2002. I'm hearing the name Markup, and the name Jacob. Sandra Dean, I heard. Sandra Dean. Sarah, the name Missy, the name Michael. Jekka. I'm hearing the name Jekka. Okay, and I heard this is all brought about. This is something that's happening with your ancestors, okay? There's a reason that you're guarded and you have distrust here. There's something very uncertain that you feel about this person. Why do you feel so uncertain? What is it that's triggered this feeling of uncertainty? Community, the Four of Wands, because this is this marriage, dude. You can't make that up. Marriage has come out here twice. You've got the Ten of Cups in this because of something that you shared, because of a home situation. There's something here within a home that you're just very uncertain about. There could be this community that this person lives in. The Celebration reverse. Yeah, it's like you're done with this person. Somebody here is they're bitchy. They have a lack of a social life. This person likes to gossip, and they might actually have issues with overindulgence in some way, whether this is drugs, alcohol, sex, porn, anger, and whatever they do it in excess. It's never just enough. You see that. Okay, so there's secrets. Again, there's secrets being revealed here, and about somebody's sanity, somebody who's a caretaker. Somebody's a martyr. Somebody here is a fucking martyr. See, they hide under this energy of a connection with the Six of Cups here. I asked, how do you both feel? You do feel like there's a tie, but you see somebody, you're finally seeing the secret behind somebody, whether you watch their mask fall or not. You've seen somebody for who they truly are. And what did you see? What did you see when you looked at this person? When their truth was revealed to you and your grounded energy, what did you see? What did you experience with this person? This could be an earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn comes out. Twin flame in reverse. Okay, so what once was shared feelings, what you've seen is that you did not have the same shared feelings. Justice, legal matters, divorce, legal papers, and court visits. So, wow. So, you see this person as vengeful, somebody who wants to get revenge or vengeful. And maybe somebody's trying to come out of that. Around fall, something could have happened. Overall, fired up. You see somebody as fierce. See, so mask slip. You've seen somebody's truth of who they truly are. Somebody really is a vengeful person. Telepathy. You have the connection with your spirit guides to be able to understand these messages on a deeper level. Your intuition is connecting you with others. Have you ever experienced moments of deep understanding with somebody? Pay attention to these subtle connections. They could hold the answers that you need, and there's secrets out here. Okay. You've got union. Coming back, second chance, and rebuilding that I just pulled out. That doesn't belong. Oh, it's the Two of Cups in reverse still. Okay. Oh, it's the Two of Cups in reverse. So it's like somebody tries to mirror or make something appear that it's in a different way. What's the truth of this person? Because I feel like I want to see behind this person. What is behind this person? Deep down, government. Okay. So this person could work for the government, could have been in the military. Okay. There's a lesson here around forgiveness. Okay. Somebody could actually threaten suicide or have suicidal ideations. I feel like somebody in the mind is not all the way there. And I don't think that so much that's the issue. I think you just actually have seen how unstable or unhinged somebody can become. That's why their strength is in reverse. It's like they're not in their power. They are not tamed the beast within them, right? That has brought forth why you feel this way. So you see him as the Two of Cups in reverse. Oh, cranky. I thought I had another card out there. The Two of Cups in reverse. Okay. You're done. You're wanting something to be shown, so that's why you're not making an investment. Your truest feelings is like, I'm. So the blockage here was some sort of holding on, right? But when it's in the blockage position, I put it in the reverse. So why is the Four of Pentacles in reverse a blockage here? And I don't think it is. Oh, justice, karmic justice, consequences, legal disputes, truth, honesty, integrity. This is a lesson about cause and effect. So somebody let go of something so the divine, right? This is karmic justice. This is something that's coming through spiritual law of cause and effect. These cards belong not in that deck. Where did I put that deck? Oh my gosh, I literally just had that deck. I don't know where I put it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Because of justice. Tell me more. Letting go. You're letting go. And then, so there was no outpouring. A blockage here was that somebody is missed opportunities. Okay. Somebody wasted a talent, a potential here. There also could be something about infertility, that has caused a block, or you've seen the truth of somebody around some sort of pregnancy, or maybe this person just is infertile. That could just be another sign. The blockage here is that somebody was not outpouring the same amount of energy that you were, or them, there is a soul searching energy out here, and somebody is gaining spiritual enlightenment from inner guidance and having solitude. Okay. So you being able to move forward or let go of whatever it was, it's allowing for soul searching. Maybe, it's not, you see this person as vengeful and vengeance. Okay. How does this person deep down see you? Conflict. So there's a fight here. You're very conflicting for this person. Your energy, the way that you are, this person feels very angry. This person has anger. There's a clash in personalities and ego. There is something here that is just not the fucking same. This person sees you, or vice versa. You know what I mean? There's conflict between you. A lot of fighting. This whole read before this was about fighting and arguing too, and then it just shows up here again. And there's poverty. There is a temporary financial hardship that somebody is going through. So what's the overall outcome? What is the universe? What's the purpose behind this? For somebody to become truthful and honest with the secrets in the government here. Communicate. There's something that your guides through the situation has brought forward, and that curiosity is going to lead somebody to their own demise. If this is a father figure, I'm looking at the Empress out here, and then the Queen of Wands behind that. This could be a fire sign: Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I'm going to say this lesson was about astuteness. Okay. This was about you learning your discernment through because I think you have an ability to where a lot of factors within this relationship has really shown you the truth of somebody. And as much as you want to see the good in others, you know, some people, it's not that they're just a terrible fucking person, but they don't have self-awareness. This person has not made it to a point of not projecting or blaming others why the things they are. They have not sat there and said, yes, I lie, I steal, I hide, I'm sneaky, I tell half truths. So if I say I'm going somewhere, I'm really doing something else. Or I just don't say anything and I go do whatever. There is a very dishonest energy that has manifested within the being of another that you once knew as something completely different. And now all you can see is this destruction. You know, what you used to hang on to, you are completely fucking done. You know, somebody here is completely done. And this was a lesson about learning discernment. You know, it's okay to distrust things. Use discernment, though. You know, this was all about being guarded, and now you found your shield again. You are able to trust yourself more. Know that you are in the right place at the right time. Opportunities will present themselves, and when they are meant to, all in divine timing. Get excited about the future again instead of fearing it. You know, and it's like I think somebody feels a huge fucking release from somebody. And even if it was just like, now you don't have, like, even when you think about this person, I mean, it's yuck. It's yuck. You feel yuck. You feel yuck. Actually, you could feel fucking sick when somebody's around. You could feel physically sick. Your stomach's in a knot. You might feel like throwing up. Just looking at somebody, it's like, and this person could wear a mask for the whole world to see, you know, but you're maintaining a balanced, peace disposition, and you're very, you know, there is a soulmate energy out here, and it just sucks. Somebody is so impulsive, and I think so. I want to look at the future behaviors of this person, because with you walking away or vice versa, and that anger being out there, I want to see what reactions of this person, because you're being asked to stay in your grace and poise, to be diligent with your communications, and you're being asked to allow for things to play out as they will. Karma, and so people aren't just karmics. We have the ability, and people to us, to pull the karmic attributes to bring our karma forward within us. And our karma is based off of how we react in our response. That's where the lesson is learned at. So I want to see future behaviors and actions from this person, because and I'm going to get some channeled messages as well. Okay, so Destiny is at play with the Wheel of Fortune out here. I want to say, too, if this was some sort of soulmate or counterpart, I feel like somebody did not hold up their end of the bargain. Somebody did not. Six of Cups here again. You know, what was supposed to be in this lifetime, somebody has not stood to that. Three of Swords, you know, they went above and beyond measures of what is to come back. Nobody's going to ask you to come back from an abusive situation or relationship. So if you're in that, no, you're better off to stay away from anybody who does those things to you, or constantly, when you start to get ahead and you get back by this person, you notice you fall back 2 steps. You need to have the discernment to realize there's nothing in this person that you're missing outside of your own self-love. Please know that. So this person's behaviors as you're walking away and letting go. How's this person going to treat you and react in the future? What is this looking like with these energies? Okay. Enlightened. Okay. Six of Pentacles comes out in reverse now. The reaction. Okay, so somebody's being made to make a choice between taking, or becoming enlightened here. And here's the choice card, right? Here's also the choice card with the lovers again. The Sun comes out. This is my card of enlightenment. This is when the Holy Spirit, actually, you open up, arms open, wide open, and you are allowing the divine to work through you. This person is, the divine is saying, this is a very crucial time for this person. See, you've got the 4 of Wands and the 3 of Swords. I'm just going to say this to the devil. Somebody puts on a very good show for everybody else. Look at this, the devil and the heartbreak. But this person has not rose above their own circumstances. This is about this person's independence, or you. This person has an opportunity and a choice right now What are you being guided to do? Oh boy. You've got a 7 of Swords and a 4 Cups energy coming out in the Wheel of Fortune. I feel fear. I feel like somebody's afraid of something that somebody will do or the depths of which they'll go. This person does not see the light in any way, shape, or form, or anything good coming from the situation through losing you at this point. I'm afraid of what this person will do. I keep hearing that, this person's very sneaky. I talked about the sneaky. And when somebody's in that state of pain, and feeling left out, look, the divine's like, here, just touch it. You're so close. And they will continue the cycle to look back over here at the 7 of Swords, not seeing it. They're not seeing it, but the Wheel of Fortune comes forward. And this is when you're at the top. This is talking about things that might replay. This could also talk about things from the past, akashically, that are playing out right now. Some sort of wisdom and knowledge, and something, it's an energy that is coming back into balance. And for it to come back into the light will be shone on those things that are done in the darkness. $888 personal power. Okay, so what's meant for destruction? Lessons learned. 999. See, that's a synchronicity. 89, 8 and 9 is what comes out. They're talking about a drama alert. Stay on your soul mission and understand, the more that you start to stand in your light and your power and you focus on yourself, you're diverting that energy back into your spirit guides and the supernatural force field that is around you to receive and to diligently and cohesively work for the highest good of all. Remember, you have the legs and the hands and the feet and the mind. So when you have this telepathic communication, and this is your intuition that's speaking to you, right? That are giving you these signs and synchronicities, and you'll feel this person's rage. I'm going to say that if you have a deep bond with this person, you'll feel their rage. Without a doubt, or they're inside, because deep down somebody is so uncertain even about their path or where it will lead. Your guys are just saying, understand that all things are going to work out. They want you to finish what you started. If you've started something, to continue on that path. All that is good and pleasant in your life will multiply. Angels are sending the number to reassure you of the prosperity and well-being ahead. Your surroundings will treat you with admiration and respect. Use it for the greater good. And I hear congratulations for holding the light, for, even whatever situation you may have been against, you held the light. You could have done something completely different. And, each action can change somebody's life. They can change their own life. Whether you drink and drive, you do something that would put you in jail, whatever it is, that is a consequence for what you've done or what others do. And you know what? That is their path. That is their choice. You might just be the straw that broke the camel's back. You might be that one last person that this person couldn't get away, treat like shit, manipulate, hurt, you're the one that had the intuition. And every dog has its day. I'm hearing that every dog has its day. And it feels like people are constantly, what we're trying to do is rid the planet of that energy, right? Because when we stop responding or reacting to somebody's rage baiting, violence, neglect, their martyr type behavior, poor them, their victimhood mentality, their projections, I don't know, well, you need to figure it out. Like the rest of us had to figure it out. You have to start to evolve, and you have to start to dig deep within the recesses of your own being and stop running to everybody for an answer. Own your shit. If you've been a fucked up person, own your shit. If you go around making people feel small, hurting children and women, and using the bartering system, if you do this, then yes, I'll do this. Or, you have no control over a light being. You really don't. Especially as the collective sets themselves free, struggling to be still. There's something that's got somebody very uneasy that is going to come to the forefront, and I'm seeing the government here. There's something that's coming out. Okay, channeled messages for the collective consciousness. One love, it says Relax by Bob Marley. One love, one life. Let's get together and feel all right. Need to observe your level of self-love. needing to observe your level of self-love. Look at how much love you have for yourself. One love. Bob Marley, you're your love. When you love on yourself, and anytime you're going through a hard time, to sit with yourself and first self-actualize and have grace. Okay. We have death in the family, friend, and loss. And I did feel like somebody is going to have a loss here. Okay. And I do feel like I'm not trying to strike fear, or you already have, whether this is a pet, an animal, a transition, somebody goes away, somebody loses something here. For something else to come in and for something to transition. Okay. I'm hearing specifically transition. Somebody is transitioning out. Okay. For another energy to be able to come in. I do feel I'm hearing the 5 soul contract comes out. Okay. So as I'm saying that, this has to do with somebody's soul contract of how things are going. Energy of an ascended master is within, whether it's this person or that's coming in. All right. Through another person. So, or awakening within your own being. You'll always have these telepathic moments of closeness. I'm being guided to pull these. Family time, manipulator and narcissist, spiritual attachment. You are a warrior of light. Some things are meant to be. Okay. So your guides want you to know, with the Wheel of Fortune out here, healing others. And maybe, if somebody has made a decision to not stand by you, say you have somebody who was here to be a soulmate for you and to eventually learn about themselves, and it's taken them, or they took something too far. They just went past the recess, the walls of being a provider and a safety blanket, or being able, like something, whether this person in their own or has been influenced or has just chosen a different path and is not honoring their soul contract. There's an ascended master or another energy that comes in to fulfill the spot of this lost soul. Okay. And I want to say too that I really do feel like there's some sort of time traveler, old soul. Yeah. So it comes in. For some of you, like, you don't even know how blessed you're going to be here. I'm hearing January brings in a lot of love, you know what I mean? And I think you're finally going to be able to understand that you did your best, and that is all you could do. And this has, as fucked up as it feels and as shitty as it feels to waste so much time, you have to realize that's an old perspective. Shift that to, thank God I got to see the mask before it was too late. You allowing somebody's mask to fall and you seeing all of their ugly, all of whatever their deception was, all of, and putting it in their lap. And not to judge them, not to say, see, this is what you were, just so they recognize that was how the divine showed them this. And that the only way into break down that demonic spirit, or that hatred, that revengefulness, is for a slight flicker to start in the heart, and a heartstring to ignite. It's up to the divine now. You played your role in whatever way. Unfortunately, some of you have been set yourself free. Your guides are saying, get the fuck out. And some of you've set yourself free. You've let go. Shadow work. And you'll know next time to have the better boundaries. There's such an uncertainty in this situation. And for some of you, I want to say, please keep yourself safe. Please, if you're in some sort of abusive relationship, or you have been, keep your walls up. You have a right not to trust. You have a right to have discernment, and just trust your body, your goosebumps. Listen to your intuition. Listen to yourself, because I do feel like there's an energy that would go above and beyond to do something so fucked up, out of their own rage and their own vengeance. With that loss being out here, I'm just a channeled reader. So love struck, very deep sense, a selfish motive. You're beautiful. Look, bro, unsafe situation comes out. I told you. And you're someone's whole world. And I want to say, like, there is somebody on the other side that is definitely protecting you. If you should have been dead, like, there were people around at some point that would see or save you or say something. Somebody is going to say something or show up as a protector. Something comes through where there's safety here now. I keep hearing you're finally safe. Like, you can relax. You can feel warm. You can feel at home. You're safe to love. You're safe to love again. I've told you, somebody is saying something. There's an action-oriented energy that comes forward and speaks the truth. It says something. They're saying the timing is now. If you're asking, when should I start this? When, it's now. 6 of Cups again. There is a new soulmate that comes in here for you. The dog is so prominent, and it is a new love. For some of you, you have a very beautiful new love, and this could have happened through an animal in some way. The King of Wands. So it does feel like a passionate energy. Somebody, too, is releasing something from their past. Maybe somebody was into the dark arts and was messing with things that was out of their control. When you mess with unforeseen forces, you have to remember you're just a puppet. When you stand in your light and your truth, now you are in the flow of working with the universe. You have the ability and the consciousness to allow that energy to flow so miracles can happen through you. When you try to control or project the universe, you can't. You can manifest, you can, and you have to remember somebody's destiny is their destiny. If you have done dark magic or in whatever way to block, you know, just know that the divine will always allow that to happen. He doesn't say that weapons will not be formed. He just says, no weapons formed against me will prosper. So even if it seems or appears in somebody's reality that it is or that it has, you have to remember that the master of illusions is the light itself. It has the ability to commandeer and do all things. That's the I am that I am. It can transform. You've got some higher level information coming through with the Hierophant and the Eight of Wands. Okay. There's a very, very much higher level contract and information. So prepare yourself to receive this information. Prepare yourself for a very loving conversation too. I want to say somebody might be getting therapy or going into therapy and moving around some sort of blockages. I want to say for somebody here, it's not your time. There's it's a divine detour. Somebody here I think took a shortcut and tried to make it. See, look at this Queen of Wands in reverse that's on the top of the deck. Somebody's blocked here with the Seven of Wands in whatever way they're doing Queen of Wands in reverse, and she's doing magic as well. She's using a candle and she's got bones. And so somebody here also, look at the potions and shit. So there's a blockage here for somebody who is doing something, a Queen of Wands in reverse, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. I think somebody disguises himself under another energetic signature, but the underlying tones will always come through for the intuitive. All right, guys, I love you so much. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to try to go live later this evening or this afternoon here after a few hours. I was thinking of I'll leave a poll. I'll do an elemental sign read for the elements. We could do a whatever comes out. Or I might just and I want to try to do a poll a card too towards the middle of next week for the live chat. I love you all. Thank you. We had a service out here, so that's awesome. I am very grateful for each and every one of you. If you guys do want a personal read, please email me at caseymarielandis22@gmail.com. That's the only way you can get a personal read with me. If you're interested in that, in my description box on my page, it has the other detailed information, or you can just email me. Once you email me and you request what style of reading, the 35-minute or the 30-minute or the hour-long, I will email you back with a link for payment. I take PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App as well. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for the donations and every way that you help to support the channel. Please share the messages. I love you so much, and I hope to be back on here again this evening. Everybody take care, and love and light. And Wes, the Galactic Line 144, if you are watching this, will you please email me? I don't have my phone with your number, and I've been desperately trying to get a hold of you energetically. So if you do see this, I love you, Wes. By the way, for those of you that watched Wes, the Galactic Lion 144, he is over on TikTok. And I tried to find him myself. I'm not sure what name he goes under, but I need to see. Alicia, I love you. Thank you guys all for being here. I will see you guys a little bit later. Enjoy the rest of your day.